are live. Still got the old technical snafus, but we're live. What a week! What a week it has been for Blackburn Rovers. Lots to talk about. We've got Michael standing by. We've also got Haven standing by. Of course, we've got plenty to talk about. But if you're new, where have you been? Smash the old subscribe. It's not my show. It's your show. We're going to talk all things Rovers related in just 1 second. So, yeah, of course I can hear you. I can hear you, Alex. I can hear you backstage. I can hear you. We've got Jonty standing by. We've got Haven standing by. We've got Michael standing by. Everybody's here. But let's just run through what's been going on this week in a topical week. Just quickly, quick fire. I'm going to slide over here. Of course, I've got my graphics prepared. We had the whole city victory. It was last week. A big win for us. 3-0 winners on the road. Can we follow that up later on tomorrow? So that's something to talk about. We also could talk about John Buckley made the switch to the south, to the Far East. Not Far East, the oil places. That's right. Got a debut goal out there. We've also got Lewis Travis. Done deal to Derby. I've got to move over here. Moving on, we got Rioja Marashita, arrival from Poland. So that's an interesting topic to talk about. We've also got Harry Leonard. That's right. He's potentially going to move. And we've got somebody who's very upset about that. And we'll talk to him in just a lickety split here. And then finally, we've got Norwich City. Just a small matter of Norwich City. So that's all of that to talk about. I'm going to slide back over here. And then hopefully we can chat with Alexander Haben in just 1 second. Let me just move over here. Where is my graphic? I'm going to make sure it is ready to go. I don't think I had it ready, but do I have it ready on here? No. Stand by there, Mr. Haben. I see you, Michael. I see you, Jonty. Just chill. And again, get your comments in the chat about all that goodness that went on last week. So maybe if I hop over here and I can change... Yeah, we'll whack that on there like that. And then just give me a second. I see you, Haben, there, right? I guess, do you want to? I guess we're going to have to show your face. We're going to have to show your face. So I'm going to slide you over here like that. And then I'm going to go like that. And then we've got you. There we go. How the devil are you, Mr. Haben? Busy week. Lots going on. But I know you're upset. You broke down nearly with the prospect of the golden one, leaving the blue and white halves and go to Peterborough. But tell us about what you're feeling right now.
I'm just disappointed with the news that Harry Leonard is potentially going to be permanently sold before the transfer window shuts. I think a loan for him, a well-planned loan, would be a good move. But I think to permanently sell him at this point for what his value stands at the moment is not a good move. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, well, it's not all done and dusted just yet. There is now a lot of back talk by a lot of the supposed in the knows, and even maybe Elliot Jackson, who's a local reporter up there, saying that the bid was accepted, and now some people further up the chain are saying, "Oh, hang on a minute, I think we could actually do a little bit better than that." So it might not be done and dusted, but if it is done and dusted, it's another one out the door, another academy player out the door.
It's just sad to me because for me he was like, Michael Owen, potentially.
Big
yeah, I mean, yeah. But if managed properly, I'm not saying that Michael Owen was managed properly in the sense that he played too many games at too young an age, from what I hear. But well, it was quite clearly that he did. But they was that good, so that's why he played. But yeah, sticking with Harry Leonard, I just think that he should be given a chance. I don't, and for me, that's, if it's not this season, then get him out on loan and then review it after that. I mean, if you need to review it in January, fair dues. But for me, this season, if he's not going to feature at all with the first team, then get him out on loan and take it from there.
We have not, fair enough. That's a good point, because I looked at his stats today. I was just checking it out, and he has scored a few championship goals, not many, but he's never had that chance to go out on loan. So we're kind of skipping that now and just washing. It seems to be that we're washing our hands with it. But on the plus side, if it does go through, there is talk of sell-ons and all this other kind of bonuses. So we might. As a business point of view, there is still a back end to this deal that could happen where we might get some money in the future because he's a youngster.
I'm not saying it's going to, I'm not saying it's all bad necessarily for the club, but I'm just saying that I just think further down the line, I think why rush into this? Is there really a need to really rush into this and do a deal which might not be as good as it could be if he goes out on loan and he's really successful? Yeah. I just think it improves our standing point. If he's out on loan, banging in the goals, his value goes up. I would have thought.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm on the fence myself about it because he hasn't really blown us away with his stats, but he hasn't been given that chance. He has not been given the chance, like you said. So it is, it could be one of those scenarios where we let him go on loan and he scores 15, 20 goals and competes for the League One Golden Boot, then comes back a better player, and who knows, we might have really given him the chance to shine in next season. But he could also be a dud, and he has got injury problems. So, it's one of them 50-50s.
Yeah, I don't know if there was some kind of. I heard something about a falling out he might have had with someone.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true or not, and if that is true, then that explains it a little bit better. If he's not happy to be on the bench, he's not happy to be a bit part player, and he's kicked up a fuss, then I get it. But I'm still not happy about it.
No, but hey, it's everybody has their, like if all of a sudden they decided to sell, I don't know who my favorite player is right now. I don't know, probably Todd Cantwell. If they turned that around and said, "Hey, let's get rid of this guy," I'll be pissed. I was a little bit pissed about Travis, but I kind of grew to accept it. Leonard, I can't see him. I think with the rebuild going on and we're bringing in a lot of new faces and the guys up top are a little lacking in belief and confidence. I just don't think at the moment this season Leonard would add to that. I get it where on a long-term point of view, it could be an answer. It would be awesome to have a goal scoring machine that is from our academy. But but as of right now, he's still a Rovers player. But on, what do you think? Do you think he's going? Do you think he's a goner?
It seems that way, sadly. But for me, I hope that this deal doesn't go through for whatever reason, and I hope he gets a loan. If he's not, it seems like he's not gonna be a sub and get a chance even. So if that's the case, then a good loan. I hope that happens for him.
Yeah, it does. But it is a weird one because if it is a falling out, he's fallen out. Let's just say, I don't know the exact. I'm not going to put words in people's mouths, but I believe probably falling out with the coach. A deal was looking to be done and dusted, so everybody's in agreement. Leonard was in agreement. Rudy was agreement. Also, Big Val. But then further up the chain, that's where the hang on a minute. The stoppers come. So how can he come back from this? How can Leonard come back to this if he's had a falling out with the main guy, the coach? So it doesn't look good on all accounts for him for the future. So
no, difficult one.
And they're saying the guy Peterborough, their main man over there, McAnthony, he's a bit of a hard businessman as well. So for us to go and say, "Hey, we want more money," I don't think that's going to fly. So it could be a bit of a weird ending to this, a bad one. If it doesn't go through.
Yeah, I mean, for his career, he needs to get out there and play football. So I hope something happens. If not with Peterborough, then I hope something happens.
Yeah, and there was other links. There was a Leyton Orient link as well. So maybe it's not all and dead in the water. Maybe Leyton Orient then come in for a loan, and then he just gets that experience and thrives and does well. But it does look ominous. It does look ominous.
Yeah.
Go on.
Can I just move on to how things have ended with a few other players?
Yes. It has been a big week with Travis going now, done and dusted. Buckley making the switch, and getting off to a good start. But yeah, it's been been a bit of a week again.
Yeah, I mean, Buckley. I think the farewell that Buckley got, like social media wise, was pretty good. And it, you know, we didn't see him like feature in a match to say goodbye to him. But he got a better send off. He got more credit, I would say, from the club than Lewis Travis, which is shocking and sad. You know, for all that Lewis Travis gave the club in his performances, and for me, a great captain, and when he was at his best, just a really important player for us. You know, the kind of player that will dig you out of a hole in a match when you're really struggling. So, yeah, not an attacking kind of player, obviously, but what he gave the team, I think, was really important while he played, and a good captain for me.
Yeah, I know he's a solid captain, and yeah, it's a massive turning of a page for Rovers, and it does feel like we're going in a completely new direction, which could end up being something cool. It might end up in glory. It might end up in tears, and it is 150th year. So, yeah, it's frustrating. I'm with you. I was very angry at how it all panned out. It could have been done very much cleaner.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it's ended the way it has. What about Buckley?
Buckley, yeah, he was quite. You know, he showed quality in his time at Rovers. He did show quality, but he never did it consistently, unfortunately. But I also think he didn't always get the opportunity to do that. Yeah, sort of a bit of something fell down. Washing up, I think. Shut that window. No, yeah. So Buckley, he's got some quality about him, and by all accounts, he's obviously got a good agent to get that move. And great to see him, you know, turn up and score straight away over there. So I'm happy for him. You know, so it's probably for the best for him.
Yeah,
that move. Yeah.
On the flip side, we did bring another fella in, a Japanese fella, to give Yuki some company, and he does look like a bit of a cheeky chappy. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, our new player to cheer on, and he's got a cheeky little grin on him.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the video of him arriving at the club and talking to everyone, and yeah, he's got real personality and charisma, and his goal scoring record is good, and assist as well. From what I've seen. So yeah, I come from a decent club, played at a decent level, knows Ohashi to a certain extent from the Japanese national side. So hopefully they strike up a good relationship, and yeah, and we get goals and assists and all that stuff.
Let's hope. Alex Haben, as I call you, you've been amazing. I'm gonna go. We got a queue. We got a queue of people coming at you.
Big queue tonight.
Say what?
Yeah, big queue tonight.
Well, there's Johnny in here. I got a couple guys in the Discord, so we're cooking. You kicked us off with some good ones, and your pain is not going unnoticed. So I appreciate that. And who knows? Leonard might be back after the international break, but doesn't look like.
Let's just hope we smash it on tomorrow.
Indeed. Let's hope that happens, and we can make it back to back, and pull this doom and gloom away.
Exactly.
I'll catch you later. I'll speak to you very soon. So Haben was in the house. You're the man. I can still hear you, but you're the man. I'm going to add John T into the mix here somehow. Hang on a second. I've got to mix this up a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Actually, we're just going to do this because I don't have time. John T, how are you, and how's your week being a Rovers fan?
Yeah, good evening, Dirk. I'm not going on camera tonight, mate. I've not done my, it's calling, so I didn't do my hair nor my makeup. You know, I thought I'd just come straight on, but no, I've been up since 5 o'clock. I've had a couple of meetings in Scotland, then driven back, so I'm pretty knackered actually. But yeah, I'm not quite as disappointed with a couple of the departures. A bit like you with Travis, I was gutted at first when I heard the news, but no, I've kind of moved on. You know, I've seen a couple of the comments. You know, he's a great leader, but you know, in terms of, you know, we didn't look as defensive, did we, against Hull City? So and Birmingham to that extent. So you know, maybe we do need that fresh blood to come in and put us more on the front foot, which I've called it out for a long time. Travis and Tronstad together, fantastic if you're playing a top championship team away from home. But, you know, when you're playing somebody like Plymouth at home, no offence to Plymouth last season, but, you know, then, you know, we didn't need two really strong defensive midfielders, and we kept playing them. So, you know, now the fact that one of them's gone is, you know, we kind of chatted about it before, didn't we? Where we said, who would you prefer to go, Travis or Tronstad? And, you know, it was a little bit split. I think the consensus was neither of them, but one of them's gone. You know, I like the look of the new guy, Tavares. You know, he certainly pushed us up the field by another 5-10 yards, which is a great thing. As for Harry Leonard, yeah, he's had some opportunities and he's not really taken them for me. He's not come on and changed the game. He's not done anything that blew me away. Yes, I'd much prefer to see him go out on loan. He might be a very good League One player, but is he going to make it in the Championship? You know, you get limited opportunities, don't you? And you've got to make a mark. You've got to make an impact in the game. And for me, yes, he scored a couple of goals, but he didn't really change the game. He was a bit of a passenger when he started, and unfortunately, it's an unforgiving league. It's an unforgiving profession, is football. And yeah, it didn't really do that much for me. I saw him in the under-23s as well, and again, he was. You know, he knew where the back of the net was, but did he contribute much more to the play other than just, you know, put him in the 18-yard box with a ball at his feet? Then, yeah, good player. But, you know, in terms of tracking back and all that, yeah, it didn't really set the world on fire for me. So if he does go, yeah, good luck to him. You know, there's no bad blood there. Like I say, I much prefer him to go out on loan because I think there is a player in there. Is he Championship level? Only time will tell. But my gut feeling is no. I don't think he's a Championship player. You know, might make it all right in a League One or a League Two club. But for me, yeah, I don't think he's quite Championship.
So you think, in your eyes, if any money is generated, it'd be best served to be pushed towards a new first team contender up top?
Yeah, I mean, you know, even if we got £1 million for him, that keeps the you know, the academy going for, you know, hopefully another year at least. And you know, it's a lot of money in terms of academy. It's not a lot of money in terms of football, but you know, to keep that money being generated and recycled into the academy, then yeah, it's a hell of a lot of money. And for me, that's probably what he's worth at this moment in time. You know, I'm going to completely contradict myself now. You know, Buckley going, frustrating. You know, Buckley's again not the kind of player. You know, if and we saw it towards the end of a couple of seasons ago, and you know, JDT and Travis, both of them were dropped. I saw them in the under-23s, and they were, you know, they shone above every other player on that Brockhall Academy pitch. And then for whatever reason, I think JDT had his hand forced, and they both had to play in centre mid. And you know, they both just grew and grew with every game and got the confidence back, especially Buckley. And I think Buckley is one of those confidence players. He just needed games. He got better with every game that he played, and for whatever reason, he's just, you know, the last couple of managers have just, for whatever reason, not rated him. I think it's a real crying shame, because I think, you know, Buckley is a great player. He just needs, you know, he's not an impact player. He can't come in off the bench, or he just needs, you know, 2, 3, 4 games. He'll get up to the speed, up to the rhythm of the speed of the Championship. And yeah, that's when he was at his best. He could, you know, just you know, really dictate the pace of the game. He could slow it down. He could speed it up. He had a killer through ball as well. Yeah, I just really, really like Buckley as a player. I think he's always been played in the wrong position, and he's been played slightly defensive. But for me, some of his better football was played, under Mulberry, and he was slightly, just in front of the midfield, almost like a bit of a false number 10 sort of thing. But I'm disappointed to see him go. I wish him well. I don't think there's, I think he's left under good terms. I'd love to see him back at the club at some stage. Scored a bullet header. I think even he was surprised with that yesterday, sort of thing. So I had to watch it about 3 or 4 times because I couldn't understand how the ball was in the back of the net. But no, it's maybe Harry Leonard was to say maybe, and this is why I was saying I might be contradicting myself because maybe Harry Leonard maybe needed 3, 4, 5, 6 games consistently, and we might have seen the best of him. But as a striker, it's more limited opportunity. You've got to make an impact, and for me, Harry Leonard didn't do that. So you said, Dirk, that you were sat on the fence about Harry Leonard. Is that you still feel the same? Is it?
It's I don't know. I like he's never. Yeah, he had a half a season or a bit of season. He got a few goals, handful of goals, and that's better than Jack Vales. It's better than a lot of strikers that come from Royal Academy, but it's not good enough. But he's never been sent out on loan, whether it's through injury or just the timing is not right. So I think an opportunity in League One will do him well. And if that's in the shape of a loan, then maybe that will come back and we can reap the benefits from that. Or it's going to be on a permanent under. So, I don't see a future with him in the Rovers side within the next 2 years. I don't think he would have been able to play within the next 2 years. I think if he'd go down on loan this season to League One, he'd probably have another loan next season. And then maybe, but honestly, it's probably best suited to go get some money in for him. He can get some games in and get his career on track, and then hopefully Rovers are playing the cards right and lacing a deal with sort of some sell-ons or buyback or something if he's actually worthy of coming back to be a main contender to lead our line, but. He's not the guy to shoot us to the top 6. He's not the shooters to get us the goals to get to the Prem. If we have those aspirations, and as money saving as we are, we're still trying to bring the talent in, and we're still trying to bring a lot of wild cards in there, unknowns. He is an unknown, but I just think he needs games, but probably at a little less level. And I think Peterborough would be fine for it. If that deal happens, he will thrive because they're struggling right now. They develop a lot of talent. That talent goes, they make some money off them, some better than others, but they like to invest in the youth, and he will get games and he will score goals.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's no bad blood with any of the departing players. Wish them well, but we've got to just move on as a club. We've got. Again, it's been a bit of a roller coaster summer, sort of 3-4 weeks ago. I was really excited for the season. And then obviously all the debacle, a lot of people leaving, and Danny Barr and Callum Britton. And then there was obviously the rumours about Travis and all of that. So then, I seemed to go on a bit of a downer. And then, we seem to see some of the players that have signed for us, especially the right back, Ryan. I mean, I think I said, towards the end of last season with Callum Britton, for me, it's absolutely underpinned how important that right back position is. We've not seen a really good right back. We've seen a few people filling in at right back, but they've not been true right backs until we got Callum Britton, running up and down that wing. And so when he went, I thought he was a massive loss. But this new guy, Ryan, he's really stepped into that. He looks like he's been with us for years and years. So no, delighted. What a great start he's got. And if even Callum Britton didn't start as strong as what Ryan did, so it just looks solid. I thought all the back four last Saturday at Hull, we were just aligned. We just it looked like they've been together for years and years. So no, absolutely delighted with the back four sort of thing. Yes, we'll probably be put up under a little bit more test tomorrow. I don't know. Is Josh Sargent playing tomorrow, or is he injured?
He's still there. He's still there.
Yeah, no. he scored a couple of goals. I just couldn't remember last week if he got injured or something like that. But
I don't know.
Was that wishful thinking?
Well, there is concern that he may leave, so I don't know if he's going to play to boogie his chances. An injury or something daft could scamper his chances of a move. So if he plays, then of course we're going to have a handful. But if he doesn't, then then there's probably something going on behind the scenes, because he is a talent, and they're definitely going to be weaker without them. They've had a bit of a week as well with one of their key players being switched, basically going from Rovers to Burnley kind of thing, or he switched Norwich for Ipswich this morning. So that's going down like a lead balloon. So they're having a bit of a bad start of it, but we I think they're playing us at a time, it's just typical. They need a result. Up comes Rovers. I'm a little worried. Especially if Sargent plays. But hey, we got a new signing and a Japanese fella. He looks good, looks cheapy, and he seems to be very happy. And who knows, that could bring out the better of Yuki as well. So I think that's a little extra signing that I'm excited to see. Hopefully tomorrow as well. Did you catch any of that action or any of the coverage of him signing?
Yeah, he looks. I hope he's as lively out on the pitch as what he is. Sort of meeting his colleagues and teammates. But and like you say, it might bring out the best in Yuki. They might complement each other. His stats look pretty good. So now we've got a lot of reasons to be excited. Kind of hope he, we certainly see a few minutes from him tomorrow, see what he's all about. But only time will tell with him. But it's. I can't think of anybody that wouldn't laugh or smile at sort of like the cheekiness of him. So yeah.
And it does look like it could be a bit of a bandstand finish for us this transfer window, with a possible new striker, possible midfield addition, and there might even be others as well. So it could be a bit of a manic, whatever it is, 72 hours with a game Sunday and Monday, all kind of leaving a lot of pairs still here. Who's any loans going out? Any loans coming in? Any I think we were linked with ex Preston captain. So it's just could be crazy. But yeah. Rudy did say exciting, and it seems to be going that way at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be chaotic. I'm sure there's going to be. I just hope our fax machine's working, Dirk. As long as the fax machine's working, then we might be all right. But I think credit where credit's due with Rudy. He's some of the signings, super impressed with them. So quite a lot of alternative people in there from different leagues from around Europe and further afield. So yeah, we are building what seems like a decent squad. Todd Cantwell going in as captain, that's obviously changed a lot of things as well. He looked like the Todd Cantwell that we all thought that we'd sign. So he's getting better every single game, isn't he? He's looking more confident. I think tomorrow again will be a real acid test for him. But long may it continue. It's a joy to watch when he's got the ball at his feet. And yeah, he was like a kid running for an ice cream van, wasn't he? At Hull, he was loving every minute of it, and it was a joy to watch.
Yeah, big game tomorrow, old club. But John T, thanks for giving up a bit of your evening, late night. I've got a couple others standing by I want to chirp in, but you're the man, and bring home the points tomorrow. I'll keep the points, whatever you.
Well, yeah, I'm going with the family tomorrow. It's quite a family day tomorrow. My cousins and a couple of my uncles are going, so we're going up to the Black Bull first, and then having a few jars in there, and then going down to the game. So don't ask me for any post-match reaction because I might not be in a state to do so. But Oh, just a big shout out to a guy called Chris. He's a chef. Met him last week as well. He recognised me walking through the concourses, and we had a chat. Big fan of the Blackburn Rovers channel. He's a chef. He puts his headphones in when he's chefing, and he listens to a lot of our podcasts and things like that. So yeah, lovely bloke as well. So big up, Chris, if you're listening, or you might be listening in a few days after this. But yeah, great chap. Great to meet you.
Thanks. Jotty, thanks again, giving up a bit of your time. We're now going to jump over to the Discord. I see Michael. Michael, and you know I love your Irish tones. I'm going to get you to close the show, but we're going to try and bring Stephen in here for his debut here on the Rovers Rant. But you got to bear with me because this is a technical juggle. I've got to do a bit of juggling around here. What's going on here? Why is that being a pain? Can I edit? Can I edit that? Because that's just going to be a nightmare. So just entertain yourselves while I do the switch. How do I do the switch? Because this should be in the background. There we go. Maybe if I do this. That's right. And go like that. And go like this, like that. And then I drag Stephen into this room, hopefully. Do I have to join in there? I join, hang on, and then I'm going to drag Stephen if he's listening. Hang on in there. In your pump, like that. Can you hear me, Stephen?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, how the devil are you? Can everybody
I'm great, thank you very much. How do I?
Can everybody hear Stephen on the old other end? Well, I lost him for a second. I'll have to drag him back in there in a minute. Stephen, you're back online. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello. Sorry. I don't know where the
You're doing good. Can everybody hear Stephen?
Yeah.
Cool. So, as a Rovers fan, how's it been for you this week?
Awesome, fantastic, fantastic. To be honest, I think it was best if Travis left because he was a bit defensive minded. Apparently, slow played down. Yeah,
he did. Well, you know, looking at us now with a bit of a refreshed midfield, I think it is a positive move for the grand scheme of things for Rovers. With Travis and Schonstedt were both kind of similar kind of players in a way, not slowing things down, but just defensive minded. Whereas now we still have one. And then Tavares maybe a little bit more keen to push it forward. So could be a major plus for us moving forward. Proof is in the pudding, though. And again, tomorrow with Norwich up against us, it'll be a good test to see if that midfield can be is the right way. What do you think?
I mean, I've got... Before the start of the season, I had predicted Blackburn to finish 5th this season and get into the playoffs.
Yeah. And you still think that's true?
Yeah.
Okay. What gives you that hope?
Been more attacking minded this season.
Yeah. Hey, the way we ended it last season, and we had a bit of a rough start, and it's quite a difficult start for us when you look at West Brom away, Birmingham with all the cash. Now Hull away was going to be tricky to get something out of this. Now this, I think if we can get something tomorrow, I think we're in good shape, and then just close out the transfer window by bringing in maybe one or two new faces. Then that 5th place could be, as a bit more realistic. You think?
Yeah, a great attack to bring in more attacking midfielder and another striker.
Yeah, that would be it would definitely add a bit more dimensions to us. I think our strikers are decent. They need goals, they need confidence, and at the moment, I think they're starved of that. And if they had a new rival, another striker up top that's competing for the jersey, they're going to have to step up their game to remain in the 11. So yeah, it could be. Who are you looking forward to seeing tomorrow against for Norwich? Not for Norwich, but for Rovers.
Maybe Tronstad in an attacking-minded midfield.
Ooh, yeah, that would be interesting. And what about you? You got a score prediction for tomorrow?
3-1 Rovers.
3-1 Rovers. That's what we want to hear. Appreciate that, Mike. Stephen, I'm going to slide you back into the other room, and I'm going to bring in the dorsal tones of Michael if he's there. Can you hear me, Michael? You're on.
Yes.
You're on Rovers Rant. Three weekends in a row, or maybe even 4. I don't even know how many we've doing. But you're back. How's your Rovers week been?
Just 1 second, Dirk. I just got to close off my YouTube here because I'm hearing you twice.
You close it down. Hopefully everyone can hear Michael in the background.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. So busy week once again. Every week's busy.
This week has been a great week, though, hasn't it? Like, I mean, it's 100% entertainment all week from Rovers. It's just like from the start, we beat the game on Saturday morning. I didn't even realize it was a noon or a 12:30 kickoff until I was like, just turned on. I was like, oh crap, it's already on. And then, I was kind of doing jobs and watching it in the background, and it was just probably one of our best performances we've had, I would say, in a year or two. But I know Hull were pretty brutal, but at the same time, it was like such a good performance. It was exactly what we needed because everyone was down and gloomy before the game.
Yep.
And then, ever since that game, the whole week has just been like exciting, random news, like transfer news, looking at players that Celtic are looking at buying, like these strikers that are 5 million, and you're like, the hell, wheeling and dealing. Rudy is Del Boy.
Yes,
he
is a bit of a Del Boy. Yeah, he's got all sorts of irons in the fire right now. I have no idea what the plan is. I really don't. I've lost it. I've lost my mind. I don't know who's in, who's out. It's hard to keep up today.
Well, it sounds like they do have. I mean, they were looking for that Morishita for. Sounds like he was a long-term target.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So, and I mean, like, we're the guys they've brought in. They just look like they look like they're bargains. Like, we're not signing guys that are over like 2 million. I think is what the price was for Morishita. But like you're buying guys for less than 1 million. Like you're not going to get much value for that anywhere in the championship. You wouldn't even be able to buy like League One guys for the kind of money that we're paying out for some of these guys. So I think Rudy is doing a great job. Well, I mean, it's so early. We don't know. Let's see what after 10 games where we're at, but it looks promising. And then today we're linked with a handful of these random strikers from here going on YouTube, and there's this guy from the Dutch league. All of a sudden, this Icelandic striker or something was linked, and then some Armenian guy. You're just like, what's going on?
Yeah, a lot of those I don't know. Like, a lot of them seem. And honestly, I look at some of those links, and I honestly don't know if some of those accounts, and they're good fun and all that, and they get my appetite going. But I don't know if they've actually done, anything that they predicted. I don't think they predicted any of the signings that we actually did, like the Denev, the Tavares, all these other ones. I think they've either stemmed originally from, they come out of the blue. Basically, what I'm saying is all these names have been put out today. I don't think we're going to sign any of them. I don't think we're going to sign Alan Brown. I don't think we're going to sign Good Johnson. I don't think we're going to sign the Solomon Sunmu. I don't think we're going to sign the Schmidt guy. I think we don't even know. I think their names have been pushed out there for us to get excited about and maybe distract, or put false, red herrings out there. And then we're going to get someone else that we have not even known because.
That's the way it's been. I noticed that BRF Privy has been quiet this week.
Yeah, he was the one that drew the Baraji thing, like when it was nailed on, and also he did do a Japanese flag thing, I think, when that was nailed on. So, a lot of them, don't get me wrong, I'm excited and I do get giddy when I look at like the Good Johnson thing, or maybe even Alan Brown because of his Preston thing. It would be a good kind of rub their face in it to have him. It'd be really cool if he was the midfield answer. I don't know if I rate him that well, but just to kind of take a guy they idolize and to kind of put the blue and white shirt on him. It would be quite funny. I don't think that will happen. I don't think I would be surprised. I think if anything, that would probably be the one that would happen. But yeah, I think there is a signing left, at least a striker, and there is probably a midfielder.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds like they're talking about 2 strikers now.
Well, I
if
think
if Leonard leaves.
Yeah, well, and there was another random one that they just pushed out. One of the accounts there about the Canamatri fella from Sheffield Wednesday, buying him and loaning him back.
That was a total.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I rate the player. I think he would be a cool signing for the future, but that was just way out of left field. And if that's got any legs to it, that would be cool. Well, actually, I did look at his numbers. He had a kind of a similar sort of thing to Leonard. He had a handful of championship goals. Then he went out on loan though to like Lincoln, I think, and he didn't do that well. So I don't know.
He's so young.
He's still young.
Same with Leonard. Is Leonard 20?
I think he is 20. Yeah.
Like that's super young. Like, I mean, I think, and I mean, people say no, he's had a chance. Like he's only 20 and he's had a few injuries and he's scored. He's played a few games and he looks dangerous. Like, I know Jonty says he doesn't do a whole lot else apart from score goals, but I'm not sure if he. I'm not sure what you want there, Jonty.
Yeah, that's why he's kind of supposed to be put up
maybe.
there. Yeah, he has to score the goal. That's his thing. That's his mantra. He has to score goals.
But I think with Leonard I think it's kind of like they've put Tijon ahead of him, and I feel like they've kind of. I think that's probably why Leonard's a bit pissed off, because he was the main striking lad, and I think he's probably better than Tijon at the moment, from what I've seen. But I think they're trying to get Tijon to sign that contract, so they're offering him a route to the first team. So I think that's part of the Leonard issue. That's my hot take.
Well, it's not bad.
Leonard story.
Yeah, it's not a bad take, but we better see some movement in that needle, and we got to hopefully get that Tijon tapped up. Otherwise, we're going to give him this pathway, and he's going to Ashley Phillips us in the bloody summer next summer and bugger off.
Yeah, well, at least if we got some money for him, but Tijon is the one that needs a loan. Like he's not ready to be getting, like, he's wasting his time if he thinks he's going to get some minutes this year. Like, I mean, he's not ready. I wouldn't be surprised. This is another hot take. Macler Gay, do you think he might get transferred out before the deadline? I could see that happening. I think if we're bringing in another striker, I think
you're right. I think
if we're talking about bringing in 1 or 2 strikers, he's not going to be kept on the books.
Yeah, I think if there's 2 first team names, like the Good Johnson maybe, and the Good Johnson and the Schmidt guy from Holland, then yeah, I think you're probably right then, because there was a murmur of a rumor earlier that got squashed down, but he's not really. He hasn't started any of the games this season for Big Val. I don't think did he start in the Bradford City game? I can't even remember that. If he did or he didn't.
Yeah, I think he did.
But he's not in favour, and I think Big Val.
I mean, it's such a fluid situation, because everyone loved him during the Spanish trip, and he was like the legend of the team. Yeah. And then he's, after a bad start, hasn't had the howlers of misses. He hit the target with a few chances, but he didn't tuck them away. And then he was offside and about 5 times last week.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's funny how football fans can just change their opinions like so quickly about everything.
I think you might be right though. Like I don't think it's going to be. Well, it will be a hot take, because I don't think many people are expecting it. But if you look at the first team players that are there, who's at risk at going. You could say Dom High, maybe Tronstad and Hedges, all those out of contract players. But I think Val loves Hedges, and Hedges, I think, has been really probably one of the better players of the past couple of games for Rovers. So I think he's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Hyam has been solid at the back, and Tronstad's pretty decent at what he does. So I don't think any of those 3, even though their contracts are going, I don't think they want to lose that.
I think Hyam is the only one that would have interest, to be honest with you. I don't think
Yeah, well,
too many teams would be interested in the others.
Well, I think Johnstone would get his admirers, but probably not in England. I think out of the three, Heim is definitely the more attractable one, and he's decent and solid, and he played pretty much every minute, if not every minute, last season. But yeah, it would be probably a big surprise, and again, if there is talk of two first team competing strikers to come in, then that would be exciting. What's your hopes for tomorrow? Do you think we could get something against the Norwich City side that are a little bit wounded at the moment? With they're beneath us in the table, but they're what are your hopes?
It's gonna be look, it's the championship. Who knows what's gonna happen? But I mean, Todd Cantwell's not going to get the time he had last week. But then I think everyone's going to be high confidence. So I think we'll probably get a goal. We'll score in the first half, maybe the first 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can see us maybe hanging on for a 1-0 win in the second half.
That would be nice. And that would be the perfect tonic.
Yeah. I mean, there's been some pretty good, like Totten goals. He looks the part to me. I'm super impressed with him. I know he didn't get on last season, but he just looks like a calm head. Solid. Looks big in the goals as well. So I think he's been a great signing. He's another cheap signing,
Yeah, I think
got called up to the hungry squad. Like we've got about 6 or 7 international players now.
Yeah, it's
maybe starters. But
did McLaughlin get called up for the Ireland team or no? I don't know if that got. I think
he's. No one even knows about him in Ireland. We're keeping him a secret.
Reason. Well, Don Heim got called up. I think. Yeah, Toff got called up. I don't think
Cargbo
got called up. That's right. I know the Japanese fellas didn't get called up for this time, both of them. So that was strange.
It's going to be interesting if these guys are all playing internationals, though. Like they're all far away, and it's the African Cup of Nations this year.
Oh gosh, yeah,
it might be next year.
Yeah.
So there could be a few random games where we're missing a few players if we sign them.
That's a good point. I didn't think about I always thought, all the big boys are going to lose all the key players for the African nations, and I thought, we're not going to be hit with that. But mate, Cargbo's suddenly involved. I don't even know what nationality Magda Gay is. Is he Guinean or is he Senegalese? He's one of those two.
Remember.
But I don't think he's anywhere near the Senegal side. I don't think he's probably.
He's not honest. No, he's not honest. But I mean, if we sign that other. Is there another guy that's Solomon?
Yeah, he must be knocking on the door.
Bamboo.
Yeah, he's up. He's knocking on the door. I think. I still don't think he is a full-time international. But yeah, Hedges got himself back in. Credit to him. I'm happy for that. But also, yes, I'm happy in a way, but I don't want him to get injured. Miller got called up as well for the Socceroos, so that's something as well. Another one. They're going to the World Cup, so he'll probably be involved.
Yeah. So we have a lot of internationals, so there's extra games and travel and all that stuff. But at least it puts their name on the map again instead of having a bunch of random guys that are not getting close to any England team or any squad like that. So
yeah. What about your take on? Sorry.
I was just going to say, like the Japanese angle now, it'll be interesting to see, does that bring on any new supporters? You never know.
No, it's
if Morishita is as popular as he looks like he could be, then I imagine he has a bit of a following.
Yeah, well, I think the stage is there for him to really galvanize his own aura, and then also get some more eyes on Blackburn Rovers to those out in Japan. But it has been a exciting week with him coming in. And hopefully another couple of faces, but Travis going out, that's done and dusted now.
It was good. I was happy to see that done. Actually, it was just like that needed to happen.
It was just dragging on too long.
Everyone can move on now. Set the new hierarchy, as Valérien Ismaël said, I think today.
It would be nice though if he got a red card on his debut. That would be fantastic. So let's just see if that happens. For who they play, I think they're playing Ipswich.
I mean, if I was a Derby fan, I wouldn't be too happy with all these signings coming from Blackburn because, like, I mean, they might looked at the table and said, "Oh, they were 7th last year or whatever," but I don't know. They're not. They're paying a lot of money. Like, well, they're paying a lot of wages and a lot of money for guys there that aren't. We've seen enough of them.
Yeah. I think right now there might be like I see because of the whatever it is you do on social media and because of Derby and Travis and all that, you kind of see a lot of that on the Twitter. I mean, I'm not even following it, but it's kind of you get seen it all your algorithm, right? Your Twitter algorithm. I see a lot of Derby content now. Even though I'm not following the stupid guys, but they're like Dream 11s or this is what the team will look like, and it does look a bit better than what they have been playing, but it's still, it's not that good, and it's, I still have reservations to see where they will finish in the table. I don't think they should have illusions of grandeur and expect that they'll be playoff contenders because I don't think that's going to be the case, and a little bit of the old nasty man in me would like to see them go down still. So I've got a couple of little voodoo dolls out there hoping that happens. So because then that would be karma in a way. It would be the perfect karma. It would have been even better karma if they got relegated last year. Then we wouldn't be in this situation with them swiping this and.
But I think it's good that we got the money. Like I think we're getting decent money for some of our players here, like $1 million for Bucko. I know he's been good, but I thought he'd be lucky to get 500,000 for him.
Yeah, well, I'm still can't believe the Joe Rankicello money. I can't believe somebody paid hard-earned cash for that fella. And I think he played in the cup this week and they lost, and he played.
Yeah, such an interesting player. Like for 6 months, he was like the best. He nearly got player of the season. Like it's just phenomenal.
That was under JDT. That was under JDT. I think. Wasn't it?
Yeah, JDT. Like, do you remember that game where he was like nearly playing as a striker, as a right back? He had about 9 shots or something. But yeah, it's just people move on, and it's good that we got some money for him, because we brought in probably 3.5 million from Britain, 3-ish million for Travis, and then a couple of million off these guys, Bucko and BRC. Now potentially another $1 million for Harry Leonard.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody did a breakdown of it, the ins and the outs. I think we're making around about probably 1.5 to 2 million. We're net, like we've recouped this and we've spent this, and we're like 2 million net, but also probably a crap load of money saved off current wages, and then also potential wages if we were to have offered Travis this and Britain that and whoever whatever. Who else, Dolan and all that. If we had all bowed down to their demands, we probably would have been
but it's exciting. It makes for an exciting time when you've got all these new players. They're young. They don't really know the history and all the shit that goes with all the Venky's out and all that.
Yeah, they're
just like fresh energy.
Yeah,
and they're thinking we can get to the Premiership, even though the whole team is like new nearly. So it's like, I mean, did we really want another season of watching friggin' Dolan running around and Travis and all the same guys again?
No, I think that's it's a good point, and it is refreshing. And if we could cap it off right now with a win against Norwich tomorrow, that would be great, because that would just send us. It would be a perfect way to go into the international break and just to kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah, it would be nice. Last point before I go to bed here.
Appreciate it.
It was nice to see, and it was a pity, but it was nice to see Zach Gilson and watching the shootout for Grimsby as they beat Man United.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, he's obviously still injured again. Like, because I think he's another academy player that looks like he could do some good things. But hopefully he gets going there. But it was great to watch Grimsey.
Oh, that was
unbelievable,
unbelievable. And
yeah.
I thought they'd blown it though. I thought they'd 2-0 up. I thought, okay, this looks good. And then when it was 2-1, I thought, oh shoot. But yes, I
couldn't believe Cunha missed his penalty. That was a sure thing. I was like, he's. But anyway, I know this is a Rovers call. But
hey, no, it was a football moment of the week, if not the season. It was, it was a one that goes down to the ages, and it will be looked back upon in 50, 100 years time. That and yeah, we all got to see it. So no, appreciate it, Michael. I appreciate you dropping by the Rovers Rant. It is always great to hear you. So yeah, but that's about an hour. We did an hour, bar my technical snafus. Michael, I'll catch you later. I'm going to slide you into the other room right there. And yeah, we are it. That's it, guys. Subscribe, smash the like. PGNG Jeff just popped in here. But unfortunately, that is the end of the show. We're back tomorrow with a watch along. This is the Rovers Rant, not my show, your show. We'll chat again soon. I don't know when because of the international break. So, and I'm going to be on the road here on Monday. So I don't know. We'll catch you soon. Whenever that is, it'll be a surprise. And hopefully we've got lots to talk about, including our new striker, new midfielder. You guys are amazing. I'm out.